A Roanoke church says the increasing tension nationwide between minority communities and police has inspired members to take action. Organizers at Belmont Baptist Church hosted a panel discussion today about race relations. Their goal is to fight a problem that dozens of communities across the country face. WSLS 10's Rob Manch is in the studio tonight. Now, Rob, how does this issue affect people right here in Roanoke?
Well, racial divisiveness is something this country has struggled with since its inception, and the city of Roanoke is no different. But a newer phenomenon is the divisiveness between police and the community nationwide. Now, what the panel tried to do today was that both of those issues, to show that both of those issues are caused by the very same problem, taking one person's actions and letting it represent an entire group of people in your mind.
It was challenging.
David Sandoval says when he first moved to Southwest Virginia in the early 90s, Roanoke was a different place.
It was still segregated in the sense that, yes, you did have, even more so, there were certain parts of the city that you wouldn't go to.
Officers say some of those neighborhoods are still trying to shed that image today.
When people speak of Northwest community, they immediately gravitate towards violence, drugs, gangs. Even though they're apparent, that's not the community that is Northwest. There are good people, good businesses, good folks.
Roanoke Vice Mayor Anita Price says that focus on the negative can often blind you to the wonderful aspects of a culture or community.
I am very proud to live in Northwest Roanoke. It is a beautiful community. My neighbors and I, all of us, we thrive together.
But Sandoval says for many, making that mental adjustment is no easy task.
These are things that have been taught for generations, and it's really difficult to be able to, from one generation, completely stop and reverse direction into how to view people, how to interact with people. And so it's going to be difficult.
At the panel discussion Sunday, Sandoval and others offered advice on how to make an effort on a personal level to create a more accepting and tolerant community.
White, black, it doesn't matter. You know, we allow certain people or certain acts to define a whole culture or a whole ethnic group, and that is wrong.
Get to know someone who does not look like you. Have those conversations. I heard so many times this morning, have a meal together.
Just reach out to someone and say, hey, how are you? You know, can I buy you a cup of coffee? Can we just sit down and talk? I'd like to know your culture.
Well, Price says one of the important aspects of today's discussion is that it's proactive, meaning that she wants her city to address any existing hate or misunderstandings before they have the potential to erupt in any act of violence. In studio, Rob Manch, WSLS 10.